Okay, dreamer, please.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is the day you're gonna learn about the upcoming accessories and what you may need to keep and what you may not need to keep. Actually, I would strongly suggest keeping everything that you get, and the reason for that, you will find out at the end of the video. But first, we are going to look at the current accessories that we have. Over here, you can see that we currently have 10 sets of accessories, and can you guess which two are getting the remakes? Well, if you guess the full moon one, that is right, because currently no one really uses the full moon. It is worded very strangely as well in the game. Basically what it does is that your basic attacks will deal AoE damage, and it will also decrease defense of the enemies that are outside of the circular range by 5%. Yeah, so that is very strange. So what it was remade into about 2 months ago in Korea server is that it will now decrease the defense and also reduce the attack speed of those within the circular range targeted. Okay, so yeah, basically it works more logically like AoE now, whereby any enemy within that range is going to be affected by the effects of the full moon accessory. And I think by reducing attack speed by 30%, that is quite a huge amount. So if you guys still have your full moon accessories, you guys may want to keep them and maybe try them out when this remake happens, because this will directly affect your PvP battles. And the other accessory getting a remake will be the Mirage accessory. So currently when you're disabled, the Mirage accessory will remove the debuffs and allow you to become immune to damage for 12 seconds. Well, this seems okay, but it gets even better because after the remake, you will not only just be immune to damage, you will also be immune to being disabled again. Because if you realize, when the Mirage accessory actually gives you damage immunity, it doesn't prevent you from being, completely immune to stun or shock and all that kind of status effects. It still goes through. So now the Mirage accessory will actually allow you to become sort of invincible in that case. And it has a lower skill cooldown, so it's only 50 seconds. And more importantly, this buff that you get cannot be removed. So it gets a lot stronger. So Mirage accessories definitely grow in value in future as well. So that's basically the two remakes that we'll be getting in future. Not too sure when, but because they only just got remade 2 months ago in Korea server, so hopefully we won't have to wait too long for them. While the rest of the accessories, they still do keep their effect and still are relevant. But we will be getting 3 more new accessories, and they are the Forgotten Destiny Vow accessory, the Forgotten Nature Vow accessory, and the Forgotten Eternity accessory. So what are their effects? The Destiny accessory is something that is super good for endgame PvE because it increases your crit rate, okay, with a 3-piece set by up to 50% and crit damage up to 100%. So if you have a full set on your damage dealer, for example on Cosette, you can only imagine how much her damage will scale up. So this is going to be an accessory that many of us will want to have, and just something for you to keep in mind, because later on I'll tell you guys how you can obtain them. The next accessory is the Nature accessory. So when you get hit, you will be able to knock back the attacker by a certain distance. At the 3-piece set, it is 12 meters knockback. That is very far. And it also has a chance to reduce their movement speed by 50% for 5 seconds, and also has a 100% chance to paralyze for 2 seconds. And this entire accessory set has a 5-second cooldown. So after 5 seconds, it technically will be ready to be used again, okay, if anyone hits you one more time. So on paper, it sounds very strong. Okay, I'm not too sure how it actually works when it's played out, because ultimately in PvP there are still other accessories like your Revive accessory and your Rage accessory that are still preferred as well, right? So you may only be able to use maybe 1 to 2 pieces depending on your build. But we'll talk about how you can actually use 2 pieces or 3 pieces later on in the video as well. The last one is the Forgotten Eternity Vow, and this one, when your HP is at 10% or below, it will become immortal, you reduce your skill cooldown and also increase your accuracy rate. So this is just an alternate Rage accessory basically, but for the Rage accessory, remember that it increases your ultimate skill gauge by a certain percent and also allows you to be immortal and also increases your attack speed. So it really depends on which hero could be much more efficient with this particular immortal accessory instead, because some heroes rely on their skills more than their ultimate skills, right? Then you can consider strategizing around it. Okay, so how exactly do you get these accessories? Because you're not getting these from your regular field expedition, okay? The way you can get these accessories is you need to buy these boxes that are available in the crafting section. So for the first box, you will need 2 million gold a day. For the second box, you will need 100 crimson essence a day. And for the last box, you will need 1,500 rubies a day. Okay, and they each give you this little piece of little stone that guaranteed in the box. But apart from that, okay, you also get other rewards in the box. Like for the first one, you do get 6 legendary soul shards. For the second one, you do get forgotten memory, and the last one you do get 25 maps. Okay, so there's other perks to the box, don't worry. So that's the second reward. For the last reward out of 3, you will get a random reward from all the things that you see on screen right now. So yes, these accessories are really kind of resource draining, but that's not all, because how do you exactly get the accessory from the stone? You are gonna need 1,000 pieces of the stone. Okay, and the first one will give you the Destiny set. So the Destiny set is going to be more accessible to every single player, the Destiny set being the crit and crit damage one. All you need to do is to spend gold every single day for 100 days and you will get a ticket. Okay, a ticket. You are not getting a selector, by the way. You are getting a ticket, so you may get one out of any of the 3 options: the earring, the necklace, or the ring. The second one that uses the crimson essence is the one that is the nature one. And the last one that uses rubies is for the immortal accessory. And that is extremely costly, and I think it can be likened to a whale accessory, to be honest, because 150,000 rupees just for one piece? It is very crazy, and there's really no other way you can obtain these accessories unless they put it in selectors, which I don't think will be the case in the short period when these get released. Okay, so yeah, this is something that you may want to save up for if you really like one of the accessories. Save your gold, save your crimson essence. I don't think you can ever save rubies in this game, so I'm not gonna ask you to save rubies for the accessory. Apart from these 3 new accessories, we do have other new accessories which are related to the heroes themselves and are named after the heroes, but it doesn't mean that you need to only equip them on the hero like exclusive items to get an exclusive effect. So basically what you need to know about these accessories, these hero accessories, are that there are 2 forms. So the first form, the legendary form, is the sealed form, and the legendary plus form is basically the actual form. Okay, they cannot be obtained from the regular legendary plus accessory or tickets or selectors, even those from the events. They cannot be obtained from the forgotten memory, twisted memory, legendary plus accessory tickets. They are not hero specific, okay, as I mentioned, and no set is required, so one piece is all you need for the effect, and they cannot be enhanced, transcended, or enchanted as well. Not too sure if that's the case in the Korea server because I'm basing this on the patch notes when they get released. One thing that I know is that once you hit 6.2 million CP, they actually give you a free selector for the 4 on the left. Okay, the 4 hero accessories on the left, which we will talk about right now. These belong to Cosette-Evan-Ace-Karin respectively. Okay, how do you actually get them? So these actually drop in Field Expedition, in Hell Field Expedition, which we do not have yet. Okay, in future we will. So for the sealed Cosette ring, you actually get it from random drops from map 147. For the Evans necklace, you get it from 258. For the Ace earrings, you get it from 369. Okay, and for the current one, you get them from region 10, 11, 12, which we also do not have yet, even for the regular difficulties. Okay, so then with these sealed accessories, you will try to get the unsealed version, right? You will try to get the regular version, and there's 2 ways to go about that. Okay, the first is to craft. The crafting involves using 5 crafted gems and 5 forgotten memory fragments. If you are lucky enough to get a super success, you will get the accessory, the L plus accessory, straight up. However, if you do fail, which is going to be most of the time, you will get a regular success and you will be getting these pieces of the accessories. And from these pieces, you will need 100 of them to be able to craft the actual L Plus accessory. So of course, you can continue to gamble each time you get a new drop from the Field Expedition. You can try to get your super success, for sure. If you do fail, you will also be accumulating these other pieces, and once you have 100 of them, you can then immediately guaranteed craft your L Plus accessory. There are also other ways you can get these smaller pieces, and they are from the Legendary Casper loot box. So that is why Legendary Casper is going to be very important for your Hell Field Expedition. That's one thing. You can also get them from the arena shop. They will basically cost 100 tokens of glory, which is a new currency that we do not have yet. And these tokens of glory are only obtained weekly from 5.5k arena onwards. So if that's something that you are trying to aim for, okay, to have a more consistent team in 5.5k arena, I suggest that you start planning ahead so that you'll be able to get these tokens of glory weekly when this happens, when this change happens. So it sounds like a very tedious process, and yes, I think it is a very tedious process because how often are we gonna get the super success anyway, right? But if you're really lucky, then good for you. And again, bear in mind, these accessories, you can have many copies of them, and they can be given to many different heroes depending on which hero are best suited for. So what exactly do they do? The Cosette accessory, for every 5 basic attacks, you do additional damage by 1000% of your attack. That's the L plus one. Okay, the L one is significantly weaker, where it only does 200 additional percent. So you can see that the leap in the L to the L plus version is huge. Okay, and that's why many people, in future, if you are an owner of the L version, you definitely want to try to get the L plus version. That's kind of their incentive for you to do all that mentioned much earlier. Okay. The Evans Vow is going to help to remove debuffs every 20 hits, and it will also recover your HP by 30% of max HP. I believe the HP recovery is based on its cooldown, which means every 20 seconds you are likely to heal. And that is huge, that is insane, that is very good for any tank unit in the game. Okay, while the Cosette one is very good for any PvE damage dealer as well. So yeah, you can see that it's pretty flexible in terms of how you can use these accessories depending on the hero you are giving it to. For the Ace's Vow, it really just increases attack speed and evasion. It is very strong, and of course very good for Ace. It is best used for PvP units, and the evasion boost does not stack with passives. So there's this special disclaimer in the patch notes, Korea patch notes, that it will not stack with Espada's evasion ability. Okay, and the final one is Karin's Vow. It is quite long. Okay, so basically at the L version, it has 20% chance to remove debuffs from allies and 20% chance to increase the resistance to all status effects of the allies, okay, by 10% for 10 seconds when using a recovery skill, and the cooldown is 60 seconds. The L Plus version is 100% chance to remove debuffs and 100% chance to increase status effect resistance, okay, towards all status effects when using a recovery skill. So obviously for Karin's Vow, this is an accessory that you will want to give to a healer, okay, to a hero that has recovery skills. You definitely are not going to use this on a damage dealer unit, right? Because there's no recovery skills. So any hero with a recovery skill will be able to utilize this effect in any situation. That is how flexible these accessories are, and it basically just gives the hero a straight up a new passive. It's even stronger than exclusive items, which are only limited to heroes. But these hero accessories, they literally give your heroes a new effect. Then we have 3 other accessories, which are the Kris, Rudy, and Kyle accessories. Unfortunately, I have some bad news for you guys. These are not obtainable from Field Expedition, okay? And these are only obtainable once you reach 6.3k arena onwards. They are literally in the PvP weekly rewards, okay? You cannot get them anywhere else. So at 6.3k arena, you will be given the option to choose one of them for keeping, and as you go higher in arena, you can have the option to choose up to 2 of them. I'm not sure if you can choose up to 3, maybe the champion can do that. Yeah, but at higher arena, you can choose up to 2 per week. That is how crazy this is. And the process of getting the L Plus version is the same. Okay, basically you need the 5 crafted gems and the forgotten memories, and then you try to get the super success. Same thing here, if you don't get the super success, you will get these pieces, which you can also then use to craft for the L Plus version once you get 100 pieces. So it is a very long process for this particular set of accessories. You can also use the tokens of glory, of course. So why exactly are these accessories, locked behind such an incredible wall? Because for the Kyle's accessory, the Kyle's ring, it will increase your attack by 1% per 3% of attack speed, and this goes up to a maximum of 20% increase in attack, which is very huge. It also deals 5,000 fixed damage to the target every 3 basic attacks, compared to only getting a maximum of 4% attack increase and dealing 1000 fixed damage to the target every 3 basic attacks. The jump from L to L plus is huge. Okay, the change that it can do. So this is definitely more catered for PvP because of the increase in attack based on attack speed, and also because of the fixed damage, which is definitely not going to do anything in PvE because of that amount of fixed damage, okay? And then we have the Rudy's one. For the Rudy's one, it straight up gives you evasion and defense. Nothing else. It's just a passive additional stats. Of course, the evasion one is definitely useful for arena. In fact, I think all 3 of these are more suited for arena based on how you obtain them in the first place. So evasion plus 20% literally means that 1 out of every 5 hits is gonna miss you. That is quite a good amount, quite a good chance, to be honest. But it can be countered by accuracy rate increases, so just remember that. And then finally for the Kris one, it reduces skill cooldown by 15% and increases status effect cast rate by 30%, the L plus form. Literally is suited for Kris, right? But it can also be used for any debuffing unit as well. Like, reduction in skill cooldown is a huge thing. Any other hero that has status effect casting can also utilize this. Of course, this is best used on Kris because you want to make use of his skills as frequently as possible so that he can cast death more accurately as well. These accessories, are all kind of designed with the hero in mind, but they can be used on so many other heroes, making their utility very, very high. And that's basically all the new accessories. But what if you get duplicate accessories? Then what do you actually do? I need to bring you to the topic of orbs, okay? Because previously I didn't read up about this only until when I was making this video. So the idea about orbs is that they can be equipped onto your hero only after level 50, and their stats will only apply in PvP. So the red one gives 5% attack, the blue one gives 5% defense, and the green one gives 5% HP. Only level 60 heroes can be equipped with orbs with the effects, which are the ones you see on the right, the radiant ones, okay? And these orbs cannot be enhanced, transcended, or enchanted as well. So how do you get these orbs? These orbs are obtained as long as you have a certain amount of resources, which comprises of 1 forgotten memory, 1 million gold, 3,000 legendary runes, which we do not have yet, but we probably will be getting in the near future. And then depending on which kind of orb that you want, the attack, defense, or HP one, you will need certain raid materials. 10 imperial cloth or 10 ice crystals, which is from the avalanche raid, or 10 lizardus claws for the HP one, which is from the lizardra raid, of course. So with that, you will get one of these orbs, but you're not done there. Although these orbs itself already can give you 5%, increase in whatever stat that you want. So at this base level, these orbs are already pretty good, already pretty game changing, right? But how do you get the L plus orb, which are those that look very, very fancy? Now you realize that these L plus orbs do have a certain set effect attached to them, right? So how do you get these set effects? Well, basically you will need to sacrifice a plus 20 accessory, L plus accessory. Okay, so depending on which set you sacrifice, for example, if you can see on the screen, if you want to get a red destiny orb, you will need to sacrifice a destiny piece, a destiny accessory, a plus 20 destiny accessory on top of 1000 crimson essence to get the destiny orb. And the effect of the accessory will be imbued, inserted into the orb, okay? And that's how you can get kind of like a 4-piece set. Obviously there's no use for a 4-piece set, but I'm just saying that you can equip up to 4 pieces of an accessory set on a hero. So likewise, if you want to get a revive orb, you can actually sacrifice a plus 20 revive accessory along with a defense orb, and you get a defense revive orb, okay? I hope this makes sense. Basically, whatever accessory you attach to the orb, you will get the respective end result, okay, with the effect being placed into the orb. And that is the way you will be able to still retain a 3-piece set effect. For example, you can still use a 3-piece Indomitable set on top of a revive accessory, so that you can get the best of both worlds. So this is really endgame PvP level kind of gear, okay? So if you're not hard up on PvP, you don't have to really chase for this as much, but I have to say that even though the base stats of the orbs are applied in PvP, their effects are still applied in PvE, okay? For the Radiant orbs, still applied in PvE, which means it is possible to get 3 Destiny sets on your PvE damage dealer as well, coupled with maybe a revive, and that's how you can maximize your damage output. So yeah, basically that is all I have to inform you guys about the future of accessories in Seven Knights 2, and I hope this video helped, and if it did, do give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Big shout out to my channel members Christopher, Tom, Gonzalo, Jeremy, Chilin, Fahas, Yamaki, Bilal, Sai, Kevin and Valence for their support. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you so much and see you!